Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to the podcast, the Beav Brodie podcast. And this is episode 3. I've got my homie from back in the day with me, my boy Kenny. He and I go way back to like 5 years old. He's been doing a lot of stuff recently, and he is no stranger to hard work, and he's been grinding away. This dude was like a world-class athlete. We get into a lot of stuff regarding some of his music and entertainment, and a t-shirt apparel company. I won't say just t-shirts, but apparel company. And I'm trying to steer him in the right direction, give him some pointers and tips, things that I think are really going to help him out, and give these guys a little bit of structure to succeed. So, and then there's an added bonus at the very end of this, a little bit of an encore as we are wrapping it up and got into some really good stuff. So I hope you guys listen to the end, sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. You guys, I'm so excited to have Kenny on here. You have no idea how far back we go.
Way back.
Man, I'm so excited. And the whole reason, you guys, that I've got Kenny on here is because there's one thing I know this dude is not afraid of, and that's working hard. I've known Kenny since we were like 4 or 5 years old.
Yeah.
And we've lost touch over the last several years, like really since high school.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, maybe even before that. I don't think we even really hung out a lot in high school, but we were hardcore homies, like up through middle school, probably for sure.
Oh yeah.
And we've always like been in touch on some level over the years. And we touched base a few years ago about some stuff. I was helping him with his car.
Oh yeah.
And then recently, over the past, 2 years, you were doing some stuff, and I was still trying to do this. And since I've really kind of gotten my foot on the ground with doing all this kind of stuff, and recently in the past probably 6 to 12 months, I've really paid attention to what you got going on. And then we kind of a little bit of back and forth, some commenting. I've seen you been real positive on Facebook lately, like today's gonna be a good day, claim it, like real positive, and I love that.
Affirmations.
You know what I mean? Like that's it, dude. The law of attraction. I really believe in that. I really believe in that. But going back to why I wanted Kenny on here, he's the hardest working dude I know. This kid at a very young age, when did you start? This kid, he was like, I say kid, he's a grown man now. I say kid because we were like 10 years old chilling, but he was like a world-class athlete at a very, very young age.
Like
the fastest kid on the planet. He was a track runner. You were setting records and
setting records.
I say records.
Yeah.
You still got records? Nobody broke.
No, I have 3. Someone broke 1. Crushed my heart.
No.
But it was a 22 year run, so I wasn't too mad. I'm like, in 22 years, no other phenoms came, to break this. So I have 2 more standing records in the 80-meter hurdles. National records, all 52 states or whatever have you. So, not to just brag or whatever. But
no, man, I'll pass you on the back for that. So, again, a lot of that is just, I know this dude ain't afraid of working hard. He'll put in the work. He wants to be at the top. I think he's most comfortable at the top.
Yes.
And so anyways, I've seen him with some stuff he's got going on, and I know how hard he can work. I know what he is capable of and the potential of what he's trying to do. So I know a lot of you guys are in the same position, in the same boat. So I wanted to bring him on here, kind of hear him out on what is some of the things that he's trying to accomplish, where he wants to be, and then figure out how I can help him get there. And hopefully you guys get some really good information along the way. So
yes, sir.
That's what the deal is. But going back to the running thing, why did you kind of quit running track?
I did. High school. I don't know if you're familiar with Coach DeBar. I don't know if you remember him. He was like our little league track coach when I first started, but he actually got me 3 scholarships. Damn. Right? They were local. They were like one was state. I think Benedict, whatever. But the main reason that I really stopped was the track coach. I think Coach Rudolph. He was
Rudolph. Yo, I'm so glad you say that name because I've been trying to remember that guy's name for years. Because I used to cheat. He was a social studies teacher.
Exactly.
I used to cheat in this class. I had this clear notebook, and I used to lean on it, and I had all my answers. Yes. And if I leaned on it, I could see the answers. When he busted me one time.
Yeah,
and I like to hold that against him, but because that was my only saving grace on how I was getting through high school. I was not a good student. Academics are not my thing. Anyways, so Rudolph, you weren't a fan. Me neither. He busted me.
He told me I wasn't. He said, "This year you won't be doing hurdles. Yeah, I'm like,
Like,
dude,
bro, I own a record.
3 records. Like, what do you mean? He wanted to try me on some other things, and not to fault him for like seeing something else in me to try me out. But then I was sticking to what I know. Like, let me do what I know. So I kind of lost touch of it. I started doing music around that time.
Okay.
So it was a battle between that. It's like, hey, if you're not gonna let me do what I want to do, then I'm
Doing
gonna do what
something
I want to do.
Yeah, something else you were interested in. So your interest changed a little bit.
Oh yeah.
And
even though I was like, my cousins tell me all the time, we're supposed to be at the Olympics right now. You messed us up. What do you do? What you do? And it's like I didn't have a passion for it. My love.
Lost it.
I was just good at it. I didn't really love it. I was just good at it. Like, and it's
I think that happens with a lot of people. There's a lot of people that are good at things.
Oh yeah. So
that maybe had a passion early on for it.
right.
And then when there's really high expectations from you, kind of lose that passion because there's a lot of pressure on you to perform.
Right. Exactly.
So
that's a story for that though.
right on. So then you got into some music, and that carried you all really up till I feel like your passion, even till current, right?
Right.
Like, and that's kind of paralleling the clothing company.
Right. That's
So what's up with the music?
The music, like I said, out of high school, we started that. Later on, I met my engineer / producer / create like
Slash
Yeah,
everything.
Slash. We call him Slash.
Let's introduce him. Yeah. Let's get. I don't know Endi.
Yeah. Endi,
So-
this is my man Endi. We call him E500.
Yeah.
Or 5 double. He's one of the main backbones behind the creative ideas
of your current company,
of our
which is
current-
called
747 Fly or S40S.
okay.
Which is still 747.
Got you. And that's a clothing company.
It's a clothing
Apparel,
company.
streetwear.
Everything, yes. But he's the creator. He's one of the creators, the main creator, I should say. He also on the music side. When I met him, we were doing music. He was producing beats, so that's how we kind of got together. Found out he drew and he was super creative. We were both creative.
Just a little bit of everything. Kind
Right.
of started with writing, then ended
Just
up
a melting
becoming-
pot of like,
Yeah. Then I realized that I just vibed a lot better making beats, so I started doing beats. And then once I did that, I kind of just drowned all of my time in just making beats.
Literally all of his time.
Like
So
everything, like nonstop hours. I'd be like, "Hey, Kenny, I just worked on 3 songs. I need to go to sleep."
Yeah,
You know what
yeah.
I mean? So he'd record them the next morning. He had keys to the trailer and was like, "All right, I'm going and working on some stuff."
like
And
we
we'll
would
be
go
good
in each
now.
other's houses. Like, bro, we have a setup at his house, set up at my house. Mike,
I get it,
everything.
dude.
Yeah,
I
and
get
it's
it.
like I left the beat on. Here's the keys. Lock up when you finish. I'm going to work. Cool. Like, and we did that for a long.
So he would make a lot of beats, and you were rapping to it.
yeah,
Right?
yeah. So
A lot of sampling, a lot of custom beats.
Pull that mic closer to you.
So for
There you go.
from
There you
out
go.
of that, as far as
That's fine.
with the t-shirts, how that came to light, we were doing shows. We were doing shows, and we didn't want to look regular or just, we didn't have any organizations. We had like 40, 50 guys.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Like
know,
a group of people.
So it's like, okay, we need to look like something. I actually had a show, and my guy actually he drew, like he did tattoos. He was like, "I'll make you a shirt." He actually got locked up that morning of the show. I was in Walmart buying blank T-shirts, and I seen like this printable paper vinyl kind of thing, like make your own T-shirts.
Yeah.
We were like, what? So went home, tried it out. And, that time you use the iron. Like
Iron on. I remember. Yeah.
Oh, man.
That's
Once
going
the
back.
first one came out, we messed up like the first 15. But once the first one came out,
Trial
we were
and
like,
error.
game over. You know what I mean? So
This was back when you were doing GME stuff.
this was back when, exactly.
That's when we
Scott
came up with
knows
all
his
the Good Money
history, man.
logos.
Bro, come on, man.
I'm just playing,
I've been
bro.
watching from a
I'm
distance.
playing, bro. You know I know.
Come on
man.
now.
Yeah, once you
Hey,
start
tell
doing
them
one
what
logo, stuff back to
GME
back.
was the music stuff.
GME was the music company. It
Good
is
Money
still.
Entertainment.
It's Good Money Entertainment. We actually acquired the name for that back in high school. It was like 8 of us. We all put our money together and just like got the name for it. And we stuck with that for a while. Actually, we're currently still doing music, but the T-shirt.
Quietly, it seems like I'm not hearing much or seeing much about it.
You know what's funny?
Gears have shifted a little bit, and that's fine.
Yeah,
That's fine. You got a different passion, maybe.
Yeah.
But so I won't bore these guys too much with a lot of backstory because I want to get into the meat of this and how we can really bring some value and help you guys out.
For sure.
So you did the music thing.
Right.
Now you're doing the clothing and apparel thing.
Right.
Was the clothing and apparel thing out of because there was like this little bit of a necessity to do it for for the music stuff
Right.
to kind of help promote that, right?
Yeah.
And then it became, was it just a more viable business option where you could like make money? Because you're spending money doing music.
Facts. We were
Spending money.
Yes, sir. Yes.
You were like, oh, I can make money doing T-shirts.
I can make money doing T-shirts, and it just serves as another avenue of
It was pretty much started just like to like create funds. So like for example,
Right. It was a creative outlet
Yeah.
that you could actually generate some money with.
Right.
Yeah, and then use that towards whatever music.
To give
stuff
the
that we
backdrop
really
on the
did.
name, I would say 747 fly in a lot of my verses, just meaning like as far as like the jet,
Like an
going
airplane,
the
yeah,
jet,
yeah.
being just high and being fly, meaning fresh. Like I'm just,
Yeah.
You know, I dress well, and it just, I would always say it, and then it just stuck
Kinda
with me.
stuck.
And that's how the name came about, through the music. So, you know.
So okay, this is getting interesting because this is kind of what I did with how I started my business.
Right.
Because tactical baby gear wasn't making me any money,
Right.
and my car business made me enough money to sustain and pay the bills and live my life, but there wasn't a lot of extra money, so I had to figure out a way to generate more money,
Right.
so that I could start tactical baby gear.
Right.
So I was making custom gun holsters,
I remember that.
and I was making gun holsters to generate cash because that was fast cash.
Right.
Like it was a lot of work, but it was fast cash, and I could generate cash. So I saved and hoarded that cash, and I used that for like the first big production run of manufacturing. So I was making little small samples
Right.
and stuff like that on my own because I was doing car stuff, and I had a sewing machine. We did upholstery in cars, so I was able to make bags. And I was like, there's no way I can sustain doing this on my own. This ain't gonna happen. So, so I used holster money to fund tactical baby gear. So it sounds like a very similar story. So you started doing T-shirts. You're like, I can make money with this to kind of fund my other passion.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. That's the main reason.
So what's your core passion currently still?
Wow.
Do you know?
It is music, because music is my therapy. You know, I always run back to it, so I can probably say music. But
if you could do something for the rest of your life, and whether it made you money or not, you know what I mean? Like that's how deep I'm going, because a lot of these people don't understand how much you have to love what you're doing to be able to put in the work.
Man,
because the work is what's going to get you there.
I'm so serious. To answer your question, it's hard to pick one, because it literally is music and fashion. Because to me, they go together.
Hand in hand.
You know what I mean?
Nothing and especially right now,
right,
dude. I mean, we're at the height of like fashion and hip hop culture colliding. Are you kidding me?
Yes. So
it's on another level.
I need it. Which was my, you know.
So that doesn't surprise me at all that you're both. If I could do both, I would do both.
Yeah.
And I think it's cool that you're chasing both those passions.
I mean,
while still working a 9 to 5 to pay the bills. Same position I was in.
Listen, can I give that story real fast about the?
Do it. I want to hear it all.
Listen, me and him work at the same job.
place.
Okay, we go to work at 8 o'clock in the morning. Okay,
Freaking boss, by the way.
Okay, so from
you're the boss. Yes. So this is getting good.
So you're crazy. We're gonna drink on that. So from 8 to 5, we work. At the same time, we're at work calling each other. Hey, check your email. I just sent you a drawing, or I just sent you a sample of this.
Yeah.
We literally do music
like,
and fashion at the same time.
Yeah.
And that was part of the problem. At first we had the music and the cutters and the press, everything in the same room. So you can never just focus on one.
You're doing it all. Yeah.
Right?
You're like spread out trying to do
Anyway, so we go to work, exchange ideas, and then after work we get off at 5. I call him, we go to our studio, and which everything is set up, and we go right back to work. He might be downstairs doing beats and drawing. I might be upstairs pressing, cutting, peeling, vinyl, all of that, to 12, 1 in the morning, just to go home, get 4 or 5 hours of sleep, and do it all over again. You know, so we just, like, right now we're looking for that out. Like, how can we, not to say not go to work, but do what we love and just do that all day.
Right.
Like, we're already putting the extra time into it. So that's, so that's where we at probably right now, as far as just trying to figure out how can we transition from or beef up what we're doing.
Right.
You know.
So the reason I asked about, and I kind of touched on a little bit, what you, like, your just absolute passion. Like, if you could do, it didn't matter if you were making money or not. If it was not a financial issue whatsoever, you had money in the bank and you were living off of, and you could do one thing.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So, like, I imagine that's music.
Yeah.
If you were like,
I mean,
I think you like the design and fashion aspect of it, but I don't think you like the making the shirt aspect of it, the production side of it. Maybe you do.
I do. It's funny because to see your creation come to life. I love peeling. I love the cutting process.
You like just getting your hands dirty.
I just took like 50 laminates home the other day and
Right.
just sat home, me and my son, and peeled. Like, he's fascinated by it. Like, just like to see the creation,
process of the
finished, like,
creation, having a finished product. I'm a lot the same way, which is why I did car stuff worked for me so well, because it was like I got to start with nothing and end with something.
Oh,
and
yeah.
the process is awesome. There's a guy on YouTube that I follow and pay attention to. His name's Cody Warner. He's a YouTube guy, but he's got this this movement he really created. It's a Facebook group now. It's called No Small Creator, and the whole concept of it is that if you're creating something, because a lot of people say, like on YouTube, for example, for sure, when you have like low number of subscribers and like, oh, he's a small creator. He's like, there's no such thing as a small creator. Creative is such a massive thing that taking an idea from your head and producing a product, whether that's music, a video, a t-shirt, a product, a car, whatever, and painting, a picture, any of that kind of stuff. The process of creating something is so big and so massive that you can't be a small creator.
No.
So he has this whole movement of no small creator. It's really cool. He's like, you can be a small channel, a small this, a small, but like you're not a small. No creator is small. It's such a massive thing.
Came from nothing.
So it's really cool, and I can totally identify with the creation side of it, because there's like a satisfaction out of like having a finished product. It's really,
and maybe
really
that's
cool.
like part of like just starting off being like your business is successful. Like it's like being starstruck. Like once you just figure out or just meet somebody, it's like, like that's what it is to me with the creation. Once it's like we've seen it being like created and it's finished, it's like, man, like we did this. Like
that's cool.
You know what I mean? So
it's really cool.
Even for the music too.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, dude, that's the best. When you get like a finished song.
Oh man,
that's like how I feel when I finish a good video. I'm like, pat myself on the back. That was a good one. And then you post it out there to the world. Nobody gives a shit. What?
Come on, this is dope.
And then you just start over again and like maybe. But okay, so and actually I'll come back to that I think in a minute. But I just want to try and get a good understanding of in your head of where you're at, because I was just really curious. So you're pushing t-shirt stuff. Here's the one thing I've noticed, and you might correct me if I'm wrong. So I'm going to ask you: Do you have a website for the t-shirts to sell them?
No. This is again my slash grid. He's literally currently doing one right now. We just have social media.
I'm just trying to figure out all the putting all see what options I have,
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Spending and you know what I mean? And
dude, it's the backbone of the business.
That's
because
what
you said right now, like your inbox is full of people that want t-shirts because of you do from the radio station or whatever. Like all those people want to give you their money and now they're having to jump through this major hurdle to give it to you.
I know.
If you had a website where like you want black, white, red, small, medium, large, extra large.
We were just getting all that stuff lined up like just the other day, like getting all just basically getting all
Let me
information
tell you
together.
the best platform for you to be on for your website is Shopify.
Yeah.
I was reading about that. Was actually the first thing that pulled up when I was doing my research on
Shopify.
it.
You can do it for $29 a month. It's literally the best e-commerce platform you can be on in your position.
Okay.
Tonight.
And it's like you could be up and running in no time. That you can process credit cards through it and all that kind of stuff. Absolutely 100% have to have a website where it creates such a barrier.
Because that's
such a barrier.
That's part of the problem. Like people ask me all the time, like, well, okay, well, where can I have to redirect them to my Instagram. I have an Instagram page just for it, but
they still got to message you, email
pricing,
you, whatever.
They want to know what.
And
it's just,
how long it's going to take.
Exactly.
And then you got to get an address, and where do I send it? Am I picking it up? Am I dropping it off? Like
exactly.
The logistically, like that's a lot of back. You can't scale that.
You can't.
You need to scale it. You need to have like 15, 20, 30, 40, 50, 100 orders a day coming in.
Right.
That's just like you're just making shirts and sticking them in the mail.
And the crazy thing is, a lot of my requests are out of state.
That's
like more than local. So it's like
before we got talking, you were talking about how what would you say about conquering or taking over your neighborhood first or whatever?
That was it came from music and a music background. Is you take over your neighborhood first before you take over the world.
Right.
So I would cater to my neighborhood as far as like making sure my neighborhood had shirts of our logos or like just saying be different.
Of course.
And
there's nothing wrong with like your community is going to back you like no matter what. But that came from the music industry, which is kind of an old school way of thought when you had to get your hood to put you on
for sure
and put you on to the rest of the world.
For sure.
And I was reminding Kenny, I'm like, dude, we got the internet now.
I know, yeah.
Like you don't have to have your neighborhood. Like very few people in Bluffton know what my business. They all know who I am, but they don't know the business necessarily, because we got the internet. And like with the music stuff, you got SoundCloud, you got Spotify, you got iTunes, you got Instagram, you got the internet. Yeah. You could be worldwide tomorrow. Like, and that's what I wanted to come back to when you're talking about making the music and you put one out and nobody cares, but then you put another one out and still nobody cares. But like, it only takes one.
I know that's what drives
the next. The next one could be the one. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like it's happened to so many artists that like Post Malone. I was just watching the other day and like, dude, he like put an album out or a song or an album or something on like SoundCloud that everyone told him not to put out. Yeah, and he was like, you know, Post Malone. He's like, I do what I want. Yeah. He's like, screw it, I'm putting it out. Sure. The next day, the world's on fire. Like everyone, and he's getting reached out. Like it went viral overnight while he was asleep for the stuff that somebody told him not to put out. It takes just one Instagram post, one T-shirt design, one song to change the world for you.
True stories, man.
You know what I mean? And like that's the thing that people don't realize. They're like, they quit after like a month, 2 months, 3 months, like, nobody cares. Like, you know how I've wanted to stop doing this so many times, but that's just not me. I don't like, because I'm like, well, okay, nobody watched that video. Like, what am I wasting my time for? And then I get the email from somebody. It's like, dude, thank you so much for putting that out. Like, I feel like you were talking directly to me. Exactly. And whatever. Or like the email that's like, dude, I've been watching you for the last 6 months. Right. And like, we're crushing it now. And I just wanted to say thank you for putting out what you put out. And that's what keeps me going. It's key. Putting out free content and free like information that's helpful to everyone else, because man, nothing feels better than that. But knowing that there's like something, you're just one away from changing the rest of your life for something is like the craziest.
The backdrop to why I think it's been taking so long, I let age become a factor. When I say that is, when I talk fashion, like T-shirts, people go, what's up with the music? You know, like all the time, like, oh, what's up with the music? Because like they like the music. But being that I'm X amount of years old now, it's like,
you think you're past it?
Like the history had it as you can't make music at this age, or at this age, or society has it, at this age, you should be doing this. You shouldn't be doing, like, I was stuck in that realm for a long time, which hindered me from
progressing,
putting out more content. So now, like we have stockpile of content, music, even music.
Yeah. Stockpile. What do you do? What are you waiting for?
Listen, in my head,
I would have a hard drive of like maybe 4 or 5 years of unreleased material.
Literally,
put them out every single day, one at a time. I'm not kidding. You got 7 hit songs in there. Do you understand?
True story.
I'm telling you.
An entire 2 terabyte hard drive.
I was listening. Dude, I was listening to Gary. I look at Gary V sometimes. Bro. He's like, put the music out. There is no waiting. In my head, I'm like, timing. In my head, this is what I would think. Like, timing is everything. Like, you gotta package it the right way, and then it'd sit.
You know that most of that doesn't matter. If you pay attention to Gary's the only person in my world that like motivates me. Right. Like everyone else, I'm just like, nah. Okay. Nah. Gary, I respect that dude a lot. Official. Definitely. Because he's in this, he grounded out like we did. Right. You know? And so you know exactly. I mean, I'm not telling anything you haven't heard. But what are you waiting for?
I'm gonna be honest with you. Even being like a grown man, part of it was structure. We tried to do so much at the same time. We would have no direction.
You're just spread
free
thin.
falling. Yeah.
A little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of this, and then kind of like nothing's really getting done. Right. Like some things are kind of getting touched, but nothing's really happening.
And like the music was still being done, but it was just like we were literally just creating just a pile of gold that we were doing nothing with.
So when
it was
you're still sitting on a pile of gold.
Right. Yeah.
You need to put it. I'm telling you, like, and here's how you get it out there, right? So you put it on SoundCloud or whatever platform and I think SoundCloud's good because a lot of people are on there looking for music and listening to music, but you know, you got Instagram to help promote that, and then like other people making videos like me that look for music a lot during the day. Like the hardest part about me making a vlog is finding good music.
Backdrop,
So like reaching out to people that are making dope videos that you're like, yo, your videos are dope. Let me hook you up with some music.
Facts.
Just give me some credit in the video.
Right.
That's all. Like here's some stuff. Like go through my SoundCloud, use anything you want, give me some credit.
Right.
That's all, dude.
That's all it takes for sure. It takes some it took some evolving though, so much maturing on my end.
Of course. And there's probably songs in there you're like, yo, nobody needs to hear this. But that could be the one. You know what I mean?
But being that you mature so much, you even second guess putting it out. You like that's me from
Yeah,
you know
5 years ago.
So it's like
I get it.
Yeah, but that's how the fashion came about. It's like, okay, we were doing the music, and it's like, okay,
We need something to like.
we getting
promote the
older
music.
we getting music old. So it's like, okay, we need to revamp we need to do something else that's related so we can always go back to it. And then it started getting a lot of more, not notoriety than the music, but it was
Catching on a little quicker.
like we could control it more. Like how we put it out, we just could control it more.
We got capacity to make some more shirts. Let's make a post.
Right.
I get it. I have to turn marketing up and down all the time to do the inventory or whatever else. So I get it. So, anyways, back to what I think you guys need to be doing to selling t-shirts.
Yeah,
100% a website.
definitely,
1000%.
definitely.
I think you're doing a pretty decent job on Instagram with your posts.
Could be better.
It could be better, and let me
me.
tell you how. Your hashtags. It looks like you use a lot of the same hashtags every single time. Copy and paste almost hashtags, right? I would switch that up.
Yeah.
One, because and everybody, this is all theory on Instagram's algorithm. About I'm gonna guess 6 or 9 or 12 months ago, Instagram made a big algorithm change, and that's when like you started to see organic engagement kind of die a little bit, and when they took it out of the chronological. Well, it was after that.
Yeah.
But when you use the same hashtags over and over and over, it thinks it's a bot, and it's like spammy, and they're like, no, this dude, this account's no good. So start switching up the hashtags, and don't use too many of your own hashtags because there's not a lot of people looking at 747 this or 7. You know what I mean?
See, I thought that was a way to
well,
get
it's kind of a way to brand yourself, and when somebody clicks on that, they'll see a ton of your stuff.
Right.
So
I got you.
But I wouldn't put it on every single one of them. They can be completely honest.
Right.
Use them strategically.
All right.
And then going through other people, going through the other hashtags.
Yeah.
And liking and commenting on hashtags under streetwear, under Jordans, under this, under music stuff, relevant hashtags. And you see somebody that's wearing a fly shirt and be like, yo, that shirt's dope.
Right.
Something meaningful. Don't be spamming people come check out my dope t-shirts. You know what I'm saying? But like, yo, that's a dope shirt, or yo, that looks tight, whatever. And they'll come to your site. They'll come to your page and they'll be like, yo,
I like this. Yeah.
Let me order a shirt. Or they just follow you. Cool, whatever. And then 3 weeks later, you make a post to like, yo, that new design is fire.
Right.
I'm buying it.
Right.
You know what I mean? And like, but just going through, putting in the work on that, because you don't have a huge following there, and I think you should. I think you're capable of having a big following.
Yeah, man. That was my. Go ahead.
And then in the obviously, then in your bio there, you'd have the website where people see, and it's like I'll show you an example of ours on Tactical Baby Gear, where it just makes it so clear on what I want you to do. Shop here, right? TacticalBabyGear.com. Takes you right to the website. They can make a purchase and buy anything they want.
Yeah.
No questions asked. We get almost 100,000 followers on here now. And it
I'm not gonna say
it's just growing. It's just been slow and steady.
Right.
Like
that's key though. It's definitely key for sure.
So, but in the follower count is a vanity thing. It doesn't absolutely correlate to transactions and sales per se, but it certainly helps at times. And then alongside of that, so Facebook is a big deal. Still, organic is dead on Facebook for a page.
Yeah.
But ads are not.
Yeah.
So if you can start to reinvest some of your profits into ads, it goes a really long way. Okay. And I think for you guys, if you can drive organic traffic to the website, there's something called a Facebook pixel that comes with you start your page and then you start an ad account. Your ad account's going to have something called a pixel.
Right.
And I got videos on this and tutorials for everybody that's listening. It's like, what in the world is he talking about? On YouTube, I've got tutorials. You can find all those tutorials on beavbrodie.com. And I've got like how to do the pixel and what is the pixel and all this kind of stuff. But anyways, you put it on your website, and that'll allow you to retarget people with Facebook ads after they've been to your website. Okay. And you can track them through there. You can get really, really dynamic and intricate on the way that you're marketing to them based on what they've done on your site. Hey, they were looking at these shirts. Let's retarget them and show them more pictures of those shirts.
Okay.
Hey, you started to check out, but you didn't. Let's hit them with an ad that's like, yo, come finish your checkout, or save 10%, or there's a lot of different things to do in that regard. But running Facebook ads and getting back in front of those people that have already been to your website because they had intent to purchase. Like that's how
you're already browsing through, but they didn't.
That they were there. You know what I mean? So that's a really big deal to be doing, and that's where you're going to start to really generate some revenues on the retargeting ads. The biggest game past that is like I said, trying to get organic traffic to your website because it's free. But if you can afford to get paid traffic to your website, it becomes a math equation at this point. It's just ratios. It's like if you can maintain like a 2 or 3% conversion rate, the more people you send, the more people that buy. Like that's just the name of the game. It's like having retail in the store. The more people that walk in the front door is the more chances you get somebody to buy it.
Facts.
So it's just driving traffic to the website, and retargeting them, because it takes. Here's an interesting fact. It takes like 7 to 15 impressions for somebody to make a purchase.
Really?
Like they don't see a T-shirt once and want to buy it. They see it again and again and again. So that's where and then with when you do Shopify, sign up on Klaviyo. It'll be free for you initially until you hit like 500 email subscribers.
Right.
But you can use email as a way to get back in front of them.
Right.
You know what I mean? For trying to get those 7 to 15 impressions. It's like, here's an abandoned cart, email because you started checking out but you didn't finish. So here's an email, or hey, sign up on this email thing, and so you can get notified immediate when we have new designs out, or whatever the case is. And then here's an email to thousands of people or hundreds of people or 20 people, but one of them buy or 2 of them buy, and then 15 of them buy, and then 50 of them buy, and then 100 of them buy. And all you had to do was send an email.
Promotion. That's what promotion. I understand.
You got to really start thinking of it like a company.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like when you start looking at what everyone's doing, and maybe I'll jot some stuff down or shoot you a message of like, here's the 5 things I think you guys really are foundational to getting this thing rolling and scalable. Because eventually you're going to run out of capacity to make the shirts.
Facts.
So you're going to have to start looking for either invest in equipment to make more shirts, and you're like,
or find a company
or somebody that you can outsource it to that can manufacture shirts for you, so that you guys can focus more on designing them and promoting them, and let someone else actually do the making.
That's what
that's what I was actually thinking about doing anyway.
Because I think as much as you like the making process, I think you're more into the designing and like a prototype. Like that's fly. All right, I want 500 of those.
Definitely.
You know what I mean?
That's I love doing the creative process. That's why I'm like, I'm constantly like going there looking for samples. I'm like, Kenny, I got 3 samples. Listen to these, and he'll be like, dude, work on those and slap them out next day.
Right.
But like you said, the website is it's
the backbone. Dude. It is everything.
I was so used to, again, my history came from the music side of the hustle side of it. So I was like going to like the radio stations, like I said, the DJ at E93, Wildlife Beezy. I just started endorsing him just to like help promote, to get it out there, like because he's in Savannah, so the whole city sees that when he goes live. I was in the mall a few weeks ago and somebody asked me, where did I get? I seen that shirt on. Where'd you get that? And that just did my day. Like,
yeah, dude.
Yes, here we go.
That's the jam.
Called him like, let's go. Like, so, but the website takes care of that while you're not in the mall. And while you're not, you know what I mean? So
you can be sleeping making money. You're not having to exchange 15 emails to get those addresses to find out this, or hey, how you going to pay me? PayPal me this. Like
it's already
it's done.
It's done.
It's done.
You're right.
Like you didn't have to have, all you had to do was make a post on Instagram.
Right.
And the website did the rest.
There's
no better feeling than waking up in the morning and making a bunch of money.
Yeah, while you sleep.
It's amazing.
To set up the website for sure.
You know what I mean? Like, definitely. And it doesn't have to be crazy, but there's a lot of things. Go back, and I've done some website teardown videos. They're on my YouTube page that really break down things that you do's and don'ts on building a website.
Okay,
they'll make a lot of sense. You'll be like, oh, got it. That's smart. Yeah. Definitely do that as you start thinking through the website. There's 2 of them, so I really ought to do another. I'm slacking, you guys. So here's what's funny. People are like, yo, you haven't made a video in a while. What's up? I'm like, I'm running a business over here. Yeah. Like I'm doing this when I get a minute.
For sure.
You know what I mean? Like this isn't my full-time gig.
But they look for it.
They do. Which is cool. So,
that's really.
But the website teardown stuff gets a lot of attention. People really are. I get the most feedback from those. They're like, oh my God, thank you so much.
Right.
I'm rebuilding my website tonight. You know,
right? Yeah.
I love like that whole like that energy of like I'm doing this now. I'm gonna be up till 4 a.m. until it's done. It's the best.
Yeah,
I love it so much.
Definitely shoot me those 5.
I'll shoot them to you, and
Definitely.
I'll make sure I include them for everyone on the podcast too. Somewhere I'll put like I need to create a PDF and put it as like a downloadable thing on my website. I'm slacking. I'm slacking on my personal stuff.
He's slacking, right?
I'm slacking, bro.
Right. No, we're slacking.
I'm barely doing it. So, okay. So website, Facebook, Instagram, music, man. Because here's the thing. I think the music is the gateway to selling T-shirts, and you know it's true.
It is.
You know it's true.
And I think it's reversible too. Like in my mind, I'm like the T-shirts will get us the sales and the music. Like because at a time where the music it may not be like pumping, T-shirts are pumping. Okay, what does 747 mean? And then when I explain it, how it relates back to the music, and then you have the people who don't know about the music. Oh, you do music, and then well, what's your, you know what I mean? So it's like,
do you have a website for the music stuff?
We did.
There we go.
You know, like we had 2 different websites, and I forgot what we had. It was on the goodmoneyrecords.com, and I forgot what domain platform we had used, but it was basically just like a blog with just like random videos, putting up links to like stuff to like MySpace and all the other stuff. You know, when MySpace.
I talked about MySpace in another podcast because that's where I started. That's where we all started.
I started putting all my beats on MySpace, all the music that we and him were doing on MySpace, and then eventually we were just like, all right, what was it? That Piff and SoundCloud and SoundCloud.
Like we have all of that SoundCloud and Reverb and but the T-shirts really took off. And,
that's awesome.
And
I'm all about like letting the market decide. You know what I mean? Like maybe they think your music sucks. I don't know. but they like your T-shirts. But
at the same time, I still have like
I mean I don't know.
Same time,
I'll be honest. I haven't. I know I've heard some of the music in the past, but it's kind of died off in the last 6 or 12 months.
Oh yeah,
probably right.
Like
maybe it's not that long, but. I remember hearing some of it and seeing it on Facebook because you post videos up.
Yeah.
And it's kind of trickled off. You know Tyler.
I know Tyler.
You know Tyler?
Tyler Brown. Country.
Ty. Hey, I call him Uncle Ty. He used to film a lot of videos for me.
Yeah.
He used to work for me and do like record my vlogs and stuff and edit them.
Oh wow.
Hey, Tyler's doing good, man. I'm proud of him.
I think he's in Atlanta.
Yeah. He left me to go to Atlanta.
Yeah.
I was happy though. I think that's where he needed to be. I think where he's going to succeed.
He's working in the studio. We used to go to out there, and he was doing videos too. In like I guess in studio videos maybe. Quote me on
music
that.
video stuff. Yeah.
But
he was talented, man.
Yeah, no, he is. We did a few songs together.
Did you?
Yeah, like
cool.
Everybody who's doing music now came to us, and not to be like that, but at one point it was just us.
It's a small community, especially around here.
Yeah.
Like
as soon as everybody's like, "Oh, you got a studio? Can we go record?"
It's a small world. It's an even smaller island, y'all.
Yes.
But
we're gonna get this going though. We're gonna get the website up. I'll definitely be hitting you up as far as that, but as far as just to make sure we're where we need to be. On business end of trying to, like I said, make the transition from just like in the neighborhood to like socially, like worldwide type of stuff. Excuse me. You know,
there you go.
Yeah, man.
I don't know if I have any other questions, man. I feel like I can't stress enough how much you guys got to put a website together, dial in some of those Instagram things, and be posting on the music, man. Unless you just don't have that passion, but like I feel like you're just sitting on gold. On like one of those is the jam.
I'm gonna tell you.
I feel like we've been doing a lot of music, and then we've been focusing a lot on these shirts, and that we've been like, we've been drowning a lot of ideas and a lot of our time into this process of doing the different lines for the shirts. And we've already got like 4 or 5 different logos. I got one entire series off of just this right
loyalty.
Here.
Off of the loyalty, but I got to get you a loyalty. I brought him a 747.
Okay.
Yeah.
But one of the problems is that we have is limited. Like our team is limited. So me and him will try to do the music and the fashion. So then this won't get done. To answer your question with the music, like your time is spent over here because it needs the time too.
And we're not focusing on the music.
Right.
So it gets neglected.
So you pay attention to Gary, and I'm big on a lot of the same stuff he's big on because I feel like he and I just were wired the same way.
For sure.
And
I got
80-20 rule.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Put 80% of your time into one thing and 20%. That way you don't get too distracted.
Right.
So whether that's 80% of the t-shirts and still put 20% into music, but like actually follow through and execute with that.
Right.
If it's just like, instead of starting a new project every time, like let's start it, let's finish it, let's put it out, let's start another one, or just do it as however you're feeling it and you're vibing. But I think it's important to kind of play with those other things and keep it going. If you still got the passion for it. But
I'm glad you said that. Passion is there. Yeah.
That's
it's key.
That's the game, the passion.
Yeah, it's
that's what allows you to keep going. Because if you don't, that's why I asked what you would do if it didn't matter.
And I was literally just thinking that in my, and it would be the music. And I say that because, like I said, it's my therapy, and it even gives me ideas for the t-shirts.
Right.
You see what I'm
Something
saying?
comes up, you're like, that would be a
rather
dope
it's a
shirt.
saying or rather, so it's like, yeah, definitely the music. So that's gonna make me get back into like gear up with the music.
I mean, music production. To me, it's just literally the crate digging. You know what I mean? Like going through those old songs, going through those vinyls, going through old samples and stuff, and kind of vibing out to that song and whatever, and figuring out,
going through the process.
I can use this piece. I can use this piece, or I'll literally just drown out of music for 8 hours and not do anything, but I'm just vibing to everything until something clicks and just be like, this is it. Hit him up, get it together, and just be like, are you serious? Let's do this now. And
but let me tell you this before we go. I just think the t-shirt line or apparel line will catapult faster, believe it or not.
But do you want to do t-shirts? Are you being impatient about it?
I'm like very impatient.
I know you've been at it for a long time, but I just want to encourage you to chase the thing you're most passionate about.
Say no more.
You know what I mean?
Gotcha. Yeah.
Because listen, if the t-shirts is that easy, if you only put the 20% into it and it still takes off.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man.
No,
I just think I know.
No, you're right.
You're right. I know what you say. You still got that whole other 80 that you can generate to something else, because of course you have to have.
I mean,
more than one
the music takes more energy for sure. More. Like that's definitely like a 80%. That's like 110% effort kind of thing.
Like me and my son's mom, and I'll put that out there because it don't really, but basically broke up over the music. Like I spent so much time. We were out of state doing shows, promoing, and we literally like broke up over that. Like so it's like that's not why I went to fashion, but I noticed how much how time consuming it is.
Right,
it's
right.
Okay, if I'm not like putting everything in it now, like right now, then I need to find something else to generate. Because at one point, the finances played a part. At one point,
of course,
to actually do, put the music out, travel, this. So it was like, okay, what else can we do? Like I said, that's how the t-shirt whole thing came about. It's but I'm just so passionate.
Just keep doing it and keep being patient with that. You got questions for me? What is there anything direct like?
Listen,
how do I do this? What can I do for that? What do you think about this? Anything?
As far as, it's funny because we've been talking, you've been giving your opinion, so you've kind of answered a few of my questions already. But as far as immediate thing to do, you just would recommend the website.
100%.
I tell you what, we and we may speak later about this too.
1,000%. Okay, I'm here.
But
tell me,
as far as ordering, because this what we would do, and no laugh, we would buy shirts by the 20s from the store. We wouldn't order shirts or none of that. We would do them as they come, and that would hinder us later when we had a big order. Got an order of 50, but you have no shirts. So we would go and
you
buy
hit up Walmart. They're out of stock.
Oh my god!
Yo, they ain't got no more mediums.
No more mediums.
They're out of white shirts.
Could you fit a large?
Yeah.
But
let's drive to the other Walmart.
Yeah, man.
I know.
I need to get with you as far as because I want to get into just more than t-shirts too.
Yeah. Yeah.
We do hats.
Hats, hoodies. You want to do it all?
Yeah.
We do all that now, but as far as
just other types of apparel, socks.
Things like that, like book bags, just as apparel,
just more streetwear stuff.
But not even, because we have a line called Kazalo, which is supposed to be our Gucci line. You know how Toyota has Lexus.
Yeah.
That's supposed to be our casual Vans kind of attire kind of thing. So we're actually working on that. That's an upscale type of apparel. that we're looking, but we don't like button ups and like polos type of deal.
It's a shame that we don't have a huge culture for that here.
Right.
And I think that's probably hindered you a little bit, to be completely honest.
You already know.
Because, like that's why Tyler split to Atlanta.
Yeah.
He was surrounding himself in the culture, which is very smart.
It was crazy.
You know what I mean? But Savannah has more of that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And we're at a hop, skip, and a jump from Savannah. Have you thought about trying to get your stuff into other stores in Savannah?
Yes. I say yes because it's not like when I say legit stores, it's like music stores. They sell like
some t-shirts,
CDs, things like that. I have a cousin who has a store. Tressa Govan. She has a store right when you first come on the island. Tressa's Boutique. It's a store.
You come on the island on the right?
Yeah, in that little blue and white building. Yeah, that's.
I know the location, but okay,
right,
gotcha.
That's her store. So she's allowing me to put things in her store, being that we just got like the business license and the business numbers.
Legit.
AF. So yeah, man. So, but as far as Savannah, that's why I went with the DJ, just to try to get it out there first. So when we do come over there, you're already like familiar with it, like to be like, oh, that's So
I got a card for the guy. You know that New York boutique place that's on. You know what I'm talking about?
Shop there all the time.
Do you?
Yes.
I got a card from that guy because I went over there and did some sneaker shopping.
Yes.
And I was like, yo, what's up? And he's like, hey man, I'm a Nike dealer, so if there's any new releases, let me know. I'll hold them for you.
My homeboy has we have a line to him, like we can call him now, like bro, we coming like literally 2 days ago. He just fam was going over there to Savannah and he called him and they were closed. They were closed in like 15 minutes. He was like, yeah, I'm on the way though. It was like 7:00 and they were closed, but they were in here with his stuff after. Like he messes with us. Like
that's what's up. That's cool. Do you think he'd carry it in the store?
Yes, he's a hustler.
Yeah, he is.
Not to be like that, but
no, but I like it. I see what he's up to. I see him on Instagram, and I see him.
Yes.
He's playing the game.
That's smart, man. That's Savannah too. Yeah, that's smart.
I think I don't know a lot about that culture in Savannah, to be honest with you. I like sneakers. Yes. It seems like he's the only game in town when it comes to that stuff.
We all go to him. We still go to the mall, but we go to him first.
Yeah.
Like, do you have it? And 9 out of 10 is like, yeah, I have it. So I would do business with him if I could.
If the opportunity came up.
Definitely.
Very cool. Very cool.
Location too. So
cool.
Yeah, man.
Anything else? Is there anything that I can do directly for you aside from answer questions? Is there any other? You just need open line of communications that I can give you that 100%.
Basically.
Anything else?
I don't want to. I know you're a busy dude. We're trying to like work on promotion as well. As far as like we're trying to do a fashion show, photo shoot, things like that. Just to help promote it, get it out. Like I have a bunch of females who want it, like dancers. Not strippers.
Yeah.
Like regular, like who do.
I got you.
Who do like videos or like just whatever. They're like, just make it or dance to it. I'll cash app you the money. So we've been trying to like do like different promo schemes, like I said, just to get it out. But we don't want it to be just like urban. So we're just trying to, like I said, that's the reason for the Kazalo line. Just to bring a different feel or look to what we're trying to do. We have like an island feel too. Like we have a lot of different logos. We just don't know.
Well, okay, I hear that.
Yeah.
Logos. Now I don't know if I'm the most qualified to talk about it, but I feel like you ought to have one logo, like hardcore, like that's branding. Like when you see this, that's 747.
Right.
Yeah. Nike ain't got more than one swoosh. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. McDonald's ain't got more than one set of arches.
Facts.
So I think it's a branding game. The rest of it can be designs.
Let me tell you what just happened.
I would go hardcore with one logo. Yeah.
We just ordered a ton of fabric vinyl, and we made a decision. That's funny, like literally to go with 2 logos. We were like, all right, we need to stock inventory. We need inventory. We need 2 logos. This is one of the main logos right here.
Right, I've seen that a lot.
Because everybody wears that one, and we have one more. So you're right. You're absolutely right as far as
it's branding. Sorry. No, you're good. It happens to me all the time. When I get on the mic, I'm like,
like, what's wrong with this kid? But yeah, you're right. You're right. Just branding is key.
It's got to be recognizable from all aspects. Like you got to see it and be like, "Yep, 747. Yep. That's Kenny. That's Endi." You know, like because otherwise they're just confused. It's like every month there's like a different like who and then all of a sudden
we had that.
You want to know what it is. So I would recommend that for sure.
Well, yeah. So what kind of? So I'll talk to you about that because I'm gonna need your help on some promo work as far as
Any way I can help.
I see
if I don't know, I'll tell you I don't know.
Yeah.
If I got an answer for you, I'm gonna push it on you.
True story, man. Well, I do appreciate you, bro. You know that, even for helping us.
Tell everybody where they can find you currently, since you don't have a website.
You can currently find me on Instagram at QKYZAA, which is the music side, the GME side.
Why is that not called GME?
I know,
bro.
I know.
You know how hard it is to search for Kyza something.
Q Kyza, you know what I mean? But you're right. This is why I'm here. You see what I'm saying?
So here, all right. Let's. We're not ending this yet. This is going to be a continuation. Encore.
Oh Lord.
Are you familiar with the term SEO?
SEO.
Search engine optimization.
No. Elaborate.
So when you go to Google and you type in something, it's kind of the relevance of what you typed in versus what's showing up.
Okay.
And I think that this is a prime example of SEO, and that could be Instagram. Like if somebody's searching for Good Money Entertainment,
right?
You want them to search Good Money Entertainment and find you,
right? Because
they heard your music, you promoted on Sound. You think somebody on SoundCloud is gonna go in looking for K Kyza, whatever? Like, listen, they're gonna go to Instagram and be like, I want more of this. I want to see what this dude's up to. I'm gonna follow him on Instagram, and they're gonna type in Good Money Entertainment or GME or something. It ain't gonna come up,
right?
And you're gone. You're lost. Yeah. So I would either start a new one if you don't want to mess with that one. Start a new one that's Good Money, or GME or some variation of the two. Right. However you put it on. What's it on SoundCloud? Tell me it's Good Money on SoundCloud.
SoundCloud? No, everything's
different.
Everything's Q Kyza. No.
No.
Q Kyza. Everything's Q Kyza.
Okay.
So
no, I mean, there are some ones where it's like Good Money Entertainment.
Only because at one point, out of the whole group, it was just me and him. Yeah. And he was on the production side, so I was promoting not me as the brand, but that was.
Well, I mean, he was pretty much kind of like not putting you on the spot, but he was kind of like the headliner of the group. You know what I mean? Like he always had all the music putting out. Like
he's the face.
He was pumping it out.
Somebody's got to do it,
right? And then I was putting out all the music. So like we had Good Money section. I also had my own website. Not website, but like a little thing for just 500 studios. It was just me putting out my beats. Deals, That's all it was.
Right.
It's just me putting out beats.
We need a revamp.
Yeah.
You need a rebranding.
We need to like reorganize all of this back together.
You need consistency across all the platforms, and it needs to be as close as possible to one another. Because on some platform, this is going to be taken. You got to do some slight underscore this or that, whatever. Yeah. But like, you need consistency across all the platforms on both 747, and Good Money, period.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like that's no questions.
Yeah.
The website with links to all that stuff, and then. But making it easy and searchable. So that's kind of why I referenced SEO and search engine optimization. Is just optimizing yourself for being searched.
It makes sense. So
if they want to find, if somebody is having a party on Hilton Head and they want live entertainment, music, DJ, rap, whatever, and they type in like, live entertainment Hilton Head, and like you've got website blog post things on your website, they're like, yo, we do live music entertainment on Hilton Head, and they type in live music entertainment Hilton Head, and goodmoneyentertainment.com pops up, and they call you, email you, book you, whatever.
This is the prime example of us needing like structure, because we try to.
Kenny, you know what's good about this?
Oh,
we about to be best friends again.
For real, for real,
I can't even tell you how excited I am.
We have no structure. Like we'll start something and then like what you
we've got tons of ideas, but then we're just like scatterbrained because we're always focusing on everything around us.
Like we would know of what you're saying.
Listen, write it down. I just spent the last 2 days like in an Excel spreadsheet writing things down, and I'm like, when you see it all written out, you're like, I need to hire 5 more people. I need to hire 5 people tomorrow.
That's how we feel. Because we can't do everything that causes us to not focus.
So here's what you need to do. You need to outsource what you can currently. If you can't hire somebody, like
just outsource it. Yeah.
The t-shirt manufacturing, I guarantee you there's somebody on Hilton Head, they can make that t-shirt for like $4.
Right.
So then you don't have to do, you can focus on the newest design, use your equipment to make samples, prototypes. I like this, I don't like that. You know what I mean? The fun stuff.
Yeah.
And then be like, yo, I need 24 of these. I need 24 of those. Because a lot of that's, those guys will do like dozens at a time, essentially.
That was part of our problem, wanting to do everything ourselves. In the beginning, because we wanted the money.
But when you realize that someone else can do it cheaper than what your time is worth, and you're like, wait a minute.
Because time is more valuable.
You know what I mean? You know that your time could be better spent making a new design, putting out a new song, building a website, whatever.
And I'm gonna be honest, I miss the music. I really do. But the fact that we started this on this side and it's doing good or doing well, it's like, but I would love to have somebody like my homegirl called from New York. This is a true story, and cursed me out.
Punched you in the face.
Because she knows how passionate I am with music. She knows how good the music is. So she's like, you need to have somebody running the t-shirts. You need to be doing music.
Exactly what she
This
said.
is what this came from the music. Like, you not understanding. And it's like,
Hey, you're gonna have the whole track thing in your. We should be in the Olympics.
Same thing. And I'm not trying to have that happen. Like, we should have been. No, we're gonna get this.
Yeah.
And the music to where it needs to be. But that's why we're here. Because at some point you need someone to kick you in the face and be like, what are you not kick you in the face?
Yeah,
like, what are you doing? Like, you need to really like get it together. Like, you have something going on.
You need to figure out the things, like write it out.
Yeah.
These are the things that we're doing. This is what we can outsource.
Yeah.
And to me, the most clear, obvious thing is the actual manufacturing of the shirts.
Facts.
I mean, there's so many places on Hilton Head that'll do, even Savannah or even in North Carolina. Like, hey, make me these shirts and ship them to me.
Right.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Like, I can put you in touch with a bunch of people right now that'll do T-shirts, and I don't know how much you're into one of these T-shirts for, so we won't talk about it here since everybody's listening.
You know,
but I guarantee you, it's cheap and you'll make some money because you're paying retail for this T-shirt.
Facts. You know that.
So you can get it at a wholesale price, printed, shipped to your door, probably cheaper than you're buying that shirt. Okay. And now you can focus on the new design, the this, the that, promoting it, posting it, hustling it to the next dude to get put on, like
so that's
making the music.
We'll just start outsourcing for sure.
I really would. I really would.
I just need to figure out like this whole structure of like A, building a website, B, getting the whole outsourcing
That's
of all
key,
of
bro.
this instead of us having to do it ourselves. And you know what I mean? Just focus on the creative stuff, focus on the music, and keep that as fun. So
We'll get it.
to further what we want to do.
I'm super pumped for you guys. I think you're going to find a lot of good success because I'm going to help you.
Yes.
I'm going to keep you on track as much as I can.
Yes.
And answer any questions I can for you.
Oh, yeah.
Guys, thanks for listening to that last little bit. The encore there at the end.
Yes.
There's some really good information.
But hold on, let me tell you.
Yeah. I know I'm burping too.
No. You can find me at on Instagram at Q Kyzaa for music. As far as the t-shirt line, you can find us at 747_FLYY_T_shirts. I know that's a lot. What's yours?
Guys, we'll put the links to all this stuff in the description too.
Yeah,
so
okay, send them on.
go, Endi. No. What? How do they find you?
Instagram or Facebook?
Oh, on Facebook, let's see. I just got it under Endi Rodriguez. I've got some links to a couple designs that I've put up on there. I think I might still have some of the stuff on GoMoneyRecords.com for some of our older promotional stuff, old music videos.
Just in case you want to look.
Some of the classics that we've got for Good Money Entertainment is on there still.
That's what's up.
Definitely.
If you guys are interested in any of that stuff they got going on, please, I'll put links in the descriptions wherever you're listening to this or on YouTube where you're watching it. Go give them a follow. Go give them some support and all that kind of stuff.
Yes, Appreciate
That's
you.
it. You guys know where to find me, I hope, at beavbrody.com. And thanks for listening. We'll see you guys in the next episode.
Thanks.
Peace.
Peace.